Paz has got a bad case of Harry High Pants going on at the moment. I thought the guard was high, but instead of lowering the guard, his corner's just pulled the duds up over the top of it. It's going to hurt something down there if they go up any higher.
Maybe Nick doesn't want to go to the body. There's that clubbing right hand again by Paz Viejo. You know, he's actually hurt Nick a couple of times with that right hand. And I'd say that Nick's very weary of him with that right hand. Paz just rushing in. He doesn't need to do anything cute, Nick Savidis. He just needs to stay on his bike, stay on his game, keep focused, keep doing what he's doing, and he'll get home with a points win here.
The instructions from Les Wilson prior to this final 2-minute period were, okay, you've done well, now it's time to box the ears off him in the final 2 minutes.
I don't quite like, I don't agree with that bravado, and I think, you know, Les can be very happy with his young guy because it's a big occasion for this young man, and I think he knows he's won, perhaps 4 out of the 5 rounds thereabouts. There's that clubbing right hand again. Gee, Nick Savidis needs to take a good look at that, and yet he still hasn't changed his stance. This is really interesting,
isn't it? Amazing.
Amazing.
Yep. He's an orthodox stance fighter primarily.
Yes.
Very good with both hands, yet we haven't seen him from his right hand all night long.
Yep, not once. He's just pouring out with that little right lead there. He needs to be a little bit more purposeful. This is a better round for Paz Viejo.
And Savidis got tagged there. Right hand right on the button. Final 20 seconds, and that is better.
You can see he has got it, and he can put them together when he wants to.
Oh, Viejo! That was a big left hand. It's all too late, though. And a big right hand. The two men embrace at the end of it. Good stuff from Nick Savidis Jr. and Paz Viejo. 16 years difference in age. No difference in the size of their tickers. Last round to the visitor?
Absolutely, yes. By virtue of those big punches, he never stopped trying, Paz Viejo. It's great to see. I don't have a lot in this fight, Andy, but he can be well happy with his work, Nicholas Savidis Jr.
Some awkward punches there from Viejo. Clubbing not finding the mark as such. How do you score it, Brad, before we go to our judges?
Well, I've got it 58-57 and in favour of Nick Savidis Jr. I think some of our judges might have a little bit wider margin. I'm talking here and not perhaps concentrating on the action, but clean scoring punches. Paz Viejo never gave up. I gave him the last 2 rounds just by the fact that he punched. I think, maybe the round number 5 could have gone either way, but it was a good fight, and I think it was a good reckoning, a good start for young Nicholas Savidis. I think he's just got home.
Where's the monsters?
Both guys waiting impatiently, as you would, especially that young man, Savidis.
And I think Paz Viejo can be very happy with his effort tonight. He's come across the ditch and arrived here yesterday morning, and he's a really nice young guy outside doing
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
As we told you, he's a soldier in the New Zealand Army.
All his family live here. He went to Merrimack High, Benoa High, Miami High, and he's had a couple of street fights with Colin Wilson. Went to school with Julian Holliday, Colin Wilson too. And,
is that right?
Yeah,
the farrier.
Yeah, and you know the size of Colin Wilson. So he's a game little fella.
Oh, when you say he's had some street fights with Colin Wilson, you're actually saying with Colin Wilson.
Absolutely, the Colin Wilson
is
we
that
know.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, they may have been tag teaming against some poor unsuspected kidney grade younger.
No, against each other.
Poor old Vats would need a stepladder.
Yeah, well, I told you he's a willing little fella, and but Colin was. They're pretty good mates now, I believe, and he's pretty good mates with Jules as well, so it's good to see.
Okay, the official scorecard is in. Let's go to Ian Goff.
Okay, fight fans, we have a unanimous points decision. Alan Burford awards 58-56, Alan Moore 59-55, and Mark Osborne 59-56 points. Unanimous points decision to the blue corner, Nick Savidis Jr.
Nick Savidis Jr., our winner via unanimous points decision. There's two familiar faces handing out the hardware. Two former Manly Warringah teammates and New South Wales and Australian Rugby League representatives, Terry Hill and Big Nick Kosef. There is Tezza, all smiles with Nick Savidis Jr. Plenty more coming your way. We are 2 fights down. There are 6 remaining right here on Big Time Boxing. Trevor Looms and Monty Beetham, the former Warriors captain, had his Aussie debut. Comgrit Nanakorn from Thailand is up against the undefeated Jamie Pittman at super middleweight. Then it's Alex Mini and the Tornado, Big Solomon Hamono.